Hi, we're Lynn
and Nisha,
and you're watching BTS MVP. Welcome to another episode of BTS MVP, where we choose our favorite moments and our favorite member from each of their biggest hits. Let's find out what is the song of the day. Today's song is Bapsae, which is from the Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2. It is only on this album. They did not include it on the compilation album Young Forever. So you gotta go here if you want to hear Bapsae. It is, in my opinion, one of their masterpiece songs.
It is one of your favorite songs of theirs.
It's one of my favorite songs.
And the choreo.
The choreo is amazing, the music is amazing, and most importantly, I think the message is really unique and special and interesting. So all that rolled up into one makes for a masterpiece of a song. It has a political slant, and the general theme of this song is that the younger generation is struggling, and they would like the sort of platitudes and the easy answers that the older generation give them to stuff it.
It's a much deeper song than the choreo, and the lighthearted way they perform it will lead you to believe. Very simple, similar to the other songs we've been doing, Go Go and Pan Man.
That's true.
It's so weird by stopping to take a look at the lyrics and what they're really saying, and not just sort of vibing along with the song, how much you realize the song's impact.
Yeah, I agree. They obviously put a lot of care and a lot of thought into what they're trying to say, and so it's worth it to dig deep into the lyrics, especially for this song.
All right,
so jumping right in on our honorable mentions this week, because we have the same MVP for 2 weeks in a row. That's crazy. We're vibing now.
we're vibing.
All right, who you got for honorable mention this week?
My first honorable mention is Jimin, of course, my vocal king.
We can't
So
not
proud,
mention Jimin.
so proud of you, baby.
Can we have a week where we don't talk about Jimin? No, we cannot.
You know what? Why would we? Why would we ever have a week? During the Jin and Jimin back and forth, I love Jimin's part. It's fantastic. I love the contrast.
Different for him,
Yes.
right? Like, I wouldn't even have guessed it was Jimin if I didn't like.
Since when did he have this lower register?
I know, and they like never use it.
I know.
Which I understand, because they have like,
V
V
and Jin.
J-Hope and Jin.
Yeah,
and
it's
so
crazy.
They need him in the higher registers,
But still. It's so weird how many, like, not necessarily useless, but unused talents and things that BTS can do in their songs.
No, I agree. Like, it's amazing.
During the part where they go, "We are Bapsae" or "We are tryhards,"
Yes.
there are some it's a Jin and Jimin moment again. They're going back and forth again. And even though performing live, Jimin doesn't do this, because after Jin's line where he says, "We are Bapsae," there's higher vocals that extend the note, and that's Jimin.
That's true, actually.
And it's also happening at the same time that Jimin is hitting his lower register, and it's such a contrast of how high and low his voice can go, and it's so cool.
That is true, and it's all within the same segment. It's like Jimin duetting with himself.
Harmonizing with your own
Absolutely
voice.
Brilliant. And I have to give like kudos to P-Dog, because I really feel like he is the one behind those kinds of interesting mixes and
I'd love to sit down and chat with P-Dog.
I would love to see an interview
on
with
the
him.
inside of his brain.
Agreed. Are there interviews with P-Dog on the internet?
Possibly. We're not very good P-Dog stands.
No, we're not. Let's get on that. All right.
All right. Tell me about V.
This week, one of my honorable mentions is V, and I was surprised, actually.
Oh, yeah?
He has a much bigger part in this song than I realized. And the more I listened to it, the more I thought, wow, V's part is really amazing. So one thing that's different in this song is, especially, well, a lot of their songs, but especially with the more modern songs, I find that they divide the vocal lines parts equally, so that any given standout part of the chorus or the pre-chorus, each of the vocal line gets a turn to sing it at some point. But in this song, V has a part that is just for him.
Yep.
And even though it appears in the song 3 times, always V.
만족 하오구나 드러내도 선발도 한노 노력 그나 싹수가.
As with a lot of songs from this era, the Dark and Wild era, as well as the Most Beautiful Moment in Life era, they really use the growly part of V's voice
Yes.
to excellent effect. They should definitely do that more often.
Bring it back.
That's right.
Bring
that
the
back.
growl
babe.
back.
That's right. And so I love it in this song. I love it that they gave him a signature part that was just for him. And so he's one of my honorable mentions. And then we have one honorable mention in common. And who's that?
Look at us go. It's Jungkook.
It's Jungkook, that's right. And so I didn't feel like Jungkook has as big a part in this song as he does in some of their other earlier songs. But for me, his part stands out so much. Like,
I mean, yeah. It's a little baby JK rap.
It's
JK rap time.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, for a long time, I thought his solo part in this song was Suga. And I could not be dissuaded from that. Like,
crazed woman.
I had to see it live with my own eyes in order to be convinced that it really was JK making those noises. Definitely stands out quite a lot. I still can't believe that's JK. Mind blown.
And of course the lyrics, fitting with the song,
It's true.
are very important. And especially coming from Jungkook, their youngest member.
That's true.
Who's potentially had all these pressures on him.
More so than the others, yep.
To say, no, don't go with BTS, don't join the band. Although his family seemed pretty easygoing.
Yeah, I
with it,
gotta say,
so-
of all of the families behind BTS, JK's I think was one of the more supportive. Like, I mean, they let their kid move to Seoul when he was like 12.
With some man, some rapper with thighs.
That's right. Okay, honey, have fun. Make good choices.
Oh, love Jungkook's family. I would love to live with them. Just for like a week. See what
I would
it's
like
like.
to meet them. Yeah, I don't know. All right, on to the MVP.
MVP!
All right, we have the same MVP this week.
We have the same MVP. Who is it?
Astonishing. It is our man, our president, Kim Namjoon.
An excellent choice.
That's right. So of all the members of BTS, Namjoon is the only one who gets a writing credit on this song, which always influences me. I have to say, I am influenced.
It does.
By writing credits. But for me, the reason why I chose him is because of his repeated section that has that most excellent rhymes: change, change, maintain, and bang, bang.
You
It's essential to the message of the song, where they're talking about how the old generation wants to keep things the same and wants everyone to follow the path that they followed. But BTS feels like they should be able to break free of that and do their own thing and come up with new solutions.
I also really like that it's a rap part that gets repeated often in the song, because you don't see the pre-chorus or the chorus being rapped often, right?
That
it's
is
usually
true.
vocal in the chorus and then rapping in the bits between.
I did not think about
So
that.
I was
but that
so happy to hear rap, because I wonder what a BTS song would sound like if the entire chorus was rap and the middle sections were sort of singing, which is kind of like in Pan Man. Because the rap line does take over the chorus there.
kind of.
So yeah, I was definitely interested in the sort of flip of roles there.
That's really cool. That's really smart. Anything else you got to say about RM?
Well, of course he gets the beginning of the song. You know, the leader of BTS kicking off their song about how to change the world and how to empower the younger generation.
Okay, that's true.
It's very nice.
It's very RM, that's true, yeah.
Bapsae, you 봤지? 이 세대 빨리 chasing 화석적인 애가 아니지. They coming.
He does set the stage, and even with not just his words, but he has a commanding presence on stage, right?
Surprisingly so.
Yes, I
because,
know.
you know, he's soft and clumsy off of the stage.
Yeah, but then he gets on there and he's like thunder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Commanding.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway,
So
Okay.
proud. So
MVP?
MVP.
RM.
RM.
Let's get to some fun facts.
So my first fun fact is obviously the dance practice. Now, before they actually danced in the dance practice, they played a game of rock, paper, scissors
True.
to see who had to do J-Hope's solo at the end.
That's right. Usually J-Hope has a little dance bit.
In the very end bit, instead of singing his lines, he just dances. Everybody else stops.
It's so
Pretty
cute.
cool.
Yeah.
Very main dancer.
But in the dance practice,
in the dance practice, Sugar winds up losing and does a
does.
little twerk routine.
it's both cute when he loses at rock, paper, scissors and has like a minor mental breakdown, and it's cute when he actually does the actual dance break at the end. Very cute.
And my last fun fact, have you ever seen that cute video of Jin, Jungkook, and V singing along to Bapsae?
I forgot all about that.
Yes, I know you did. I spent time tracking it down.
It is so cute.
Yep, so they were on a radio show. They were on Changmin's Music Plaza Radio. And there was lots of talking. There was like 40 minutes of interview. And then at the very end, they listened to Bapsae.
Yeah, that's actually during a commercial break.
Yeah,
like
and
the
they-
radio went to a commercial break and they were playing Bapsae in the studio.
And then there's a little video of them singing along near the camera, being very cute. Alright, tell me, Professor Lin,
All right.
tell me all about the meaning and symbolism.
All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the lyrics of Bapsae because they're really deep and they have a lot of Korean specific meaning. And I am not Korean, so I will be quick about it, but I know Namjoon would appreciate. But Bapsae is called Bapsae because of a Korean saying that is, if a Bapsae tries to walk like a stork, it will break its legs. And a Bapsae is a very small bird. Here's a fun fact, if you Google online for Bapsae, you might see a cute white fluffy bird, but that's actually not a Bapsae. A Bapsae is brown. I'm gonna put some photos of it here. And so, yeah, it basically means stay in your lane. Like, if you set your dreams that match your station in life and your opportunities, and don't try to reach beyond that. And BTS is kind of saying that that's crap. And that they should be able to like break those levels. And the same kind of idea is they have this concept of spoons in Korea, where like the top echelon of most privileged rich families are golden spoons, and then there's silver spoons and there's brass spoons. But all three of those are like the top 10% of the population.
Then there's like dirt
and almost
spoons.
everybody else is a dirt spoon. So they're trying to sort of get rid of those labels right now because people find them insulting at both ends of the spectrum.
Understandable.
Yes, but that's why this song's English translation is silver spoon, which is sort of the opposite of Bapsae, which means a low-born person who should stay down there. Whereas for us in English, silver spoon means like somebody who was born with privilege. But it's the same kind of concept from like both sides. And then the last thing is that there's one line in there that talks about the Sampo generation, which is a line that's also in Dope. And we talked about it a little bit in Dope. And where in Korea, there's something called the Sampo generation, which stands for 3 rejected And it means people who have given up on the concept of family and love and children, because there's just an overwhelming amount of debt and difficulty in just trying to take care of themselves. And that's also been extended now to like the Oppo generation, which means 5 levels of rejection, where they also don't get a job or a house and more than that. And
It's not good. We're just
really
digging
not
deeper
good.
into the hole.
Yeah, like it does seem like there's very strong class divisions in Korea. Like we've seen Parasite, which I think was probably an extreme representation.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know.
But I mean, it's concerning, right? That there is sort of like this weird upper level of super rich people, and then there's other people who are scrabbling for like the most basic of existence.
I mean, that's kind of how it is everywhere.
That's true, and a lot of developed countries are heading that way, right? And it seems to be getting more and more difficult to create some kind of equity, and even
There's
a
a
situation,
big gap even between like middle class and rich everywhere you go.
That's right.
It's hard to
and to be
cross.
able to jump that gap, like in America in the like 1800s, it was very much a situation where anybody could sort of make that leap by inventing a new product or establishing a new ranch or something like that. But those days are kind of gone, and now things are just divided and dividing. So I guess this is a very Korean message, but at the same time, it's very universal to what's happening in the world right now. It's an interesting song. It gives you a lot to think about.
Yep.
Also, it's a total banger.
The choreo was so good.
Oh, that's true. We didn't even mention the choreo. This song probably
everybody
has
knows. Everybody knows.
my favorite choreo. Like, I absolutely love it. I have watched the dance practice video for this song.
I mean, we all know what.
It's not. Okay, yes, there are hip thrusts, and they're very attractive. But for me, it's V's part when he does this part.
He goes once,
Yes.
the two behind him.
I love
the
it
two behind him.
when they have that kind of staggered thing. Like they do it in a lot of their songs. They do it in Mic Drop, and there's lots of others where they go one and then in the diamond pattern. But oh, man, I am a simp for that. Anyways,
MVP. RM.
for sure.
Honorable mention. JK. Jimin.
V for me and JK.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching our deep dive into the song Bapsae. I will link, as usual, to all the clips we used and some other fun information about Bapsae in our description below.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Join our team of cheerleaders. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. This has been
BTS MVP.